Hi folks, Cesar here. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, April 15th, 2021. Wanted to there've been so many questions I've been getting, so I figured I'd do a video, give everyone a quick update on what's going on. First topic, I want to make sure COVID. I've been fully vaccinated now for a few weeks. Please, when you can, get it done as soon as possible. It just helps the community and everyone else around us for safety. Quick update, if you haven't been listening to any of the recent work sessions or public hearings, town manager informed us that he's very confident that development will start later this year for the parking garage. So I know people have been asking about that. I'm really excited. I'm hoping that stays on track. So look for parking right here later on this year. Looks like that's good. Speaking of which, it is budget time. So need to hear from folks about the budget, what our priorities should be. Keep in mind, where we are today is a result of what we've been doing for the past 10 or 20 years. So again, we're going to be limited in some cases. And as you're looking at this, look for the Davenport study. It's out there online. It's a recommendation of best in class, best practices for what municipalities should be doing. And just to give you some context, 250 days is their recommended minimum for reserves for operating expenses. The town hasn't been keeping up with that for the longest time. I'm suggesting we do that. As a family, as an individual, you got to plan for some downtimes. Think about how many months of expenses you would want to feel comfortable with. That's the analogy here. We need to get to that best in tier, more than 250 days if normal, to preserve our AAA bond rating. It's got to be done. So folks, there are going to be some tough decisions. We've been treading water for a long time. I think it's now time we make some tough choices. So check out the Davenport study. We're going to see an increase in water and sewer as a result of the increasing costs that have been coming on for years now. So again, I'd like to hear what your thoughts on that, but we're going to keep them as minimal as we can, but it's got to be done, folks. We got to pay for our water and sewer services costs. Again, budget, it affects all things. It affects our ability to invest, our grants. Been hearing a lot about the arts, been hearing a lot about Friday Night Live. Again, we get it. We want to support these things, but if the money's not there as a result of what we haven't been preparing for, it's kind of tough to do these things. So we're trying to find some creative ways that we can keep providing these services, but ultimately we've got to keep investing if we want the services and amenities to continue. So we've outlined these in the strategic initiatives, by the way, the things that we think as a council we want to fund beyond this budget cycle. So if you're not familiar with the strategic initiatives, they're out there. It addresses housing for first responders. Maybe we do a subsidy for police, teachers, firefighters. I think we need to have these folks living in our neighborhoods, living in our communities, so they become part of our community. And I won't go into the reasons, you know why. You can see across the country, it's important for police, first responders, and teachers to be a part of that community. And I think if we provide this housing, we'll get that. We'll have people that know our community, live in our community, are part of it. I think that's important going forward when we look at public safety. We've talked about gun safety. The county has passed an ordinance that doesn't allow for guns to come into the legislative or the buildings of the county as well as parks. I think we can all agree there's no need to come into council chambers with firearms. If you do, let me know. I'd love to have that discussion. Same thing with parks. We have a great police staff. Again, let me know what I'm missing there. If you're going to do business with the town, you really don't need to bring firearms into those buildings. We're doing exactly the same. It'll put us on parity with where the county is. The county's already passed this. For municipalities, it's the same thing. No more, no less. We're not looking to take anyone's guns away. So please save those emails. Let's have a serious discussion. We're still looking at redistricting and changes, modifications, updates to the historical district, as well as staff salary increases. Our staff is working overtime to help deliver the services at the same level. Folks have not gotten a salary increase. So these are some of the things we're looking at from the strategic level. Love to hear your responses. Again, let's have this open dialogue. We've got a good 30 days here. Need your input. Send me comments, send me emails. Love to hear from you. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you out there.